two,
off.
one. Hey everyone, it is your girl Pearl.
And Stacy on the side. Hey.
Hey, how's it going? Let's have some tea.
Start pouring.
So, my apologies to you all for not getting an episode out the past few weeks. I just had a lot of things going on. I'm sure y'all did too. So, hopefully, you understand.
Life.
Let's start off with one of the reasons why was I was trying to get up with the Ghost Whisperer to record our episode, and he was ready. I wasn't ready. I was ready. He wasn't ready. It's just a huge conflict of schedules because he drives at night, and I was trying to catch him on a day off. And then whenever I was able to, something came up with me, and then craziness.
It
So it's just a
happens.
huge conflict of schedules. Yeah. So I do definitely want to try to get back reaching up with him and see if we can record maybe sometime on the weekend if he's not driving and go
That
from
would be
there.
good. Yeah, don't be driving.
Yeah,
Not
he's
good.
a truck driver. Yeah, he's a truck driver and he said he could do it, but he'll just be driving. And I was like, no, I don't feel comfortable doing
Safety
that.
first.
Yes, that's exactly what I said. I was like, I don't want any distractions. So don't put the blame on me if shit happens. I said no. All right, so that's the first issue. What was going on with that? Next, let's talk about a few things. I got some new stuff. As you can tell, I have this shelf behind me, so I got a nice new setup.
Ooh.
Ooh, ah. So it pulls out. It's nice little
Cozy.
drawers. I got this at a yard
Ah.
sale. And I was debating if I wanted to use it for something else or in here. And I said, oh, yeah, I could just add it in here. It's like adding extra shelves. And they both pull out, but I got the book in front of it. Hold on. Ta-da.
I like that. That's pretty cool.
So I got everything up there as well. Another new thing. My sister, she gave me that. She's so awesome. So I got my little fortune sign over there. It just
The
goes
kids are
great
like
with the
that.
little wind chimes. So we got that going. Um, we got our spell candle going. As you could tell, we got the color green today because we want some money.
Green tea.
So we're doing a money spell with that one.
Yeah, I need to save more than
So
what I
yeah,
am.
yes, we need the money. So we're going to find opportunities for us to get more money or save
I'm saving
more
a little bit,
money.
but things come up.
Yeah, that look was to Stacy. Sorry, or you watching and listening. That face was for you. If you don't see it, you can always find us on YouTube at Wicked Ways Podcast and also on Spotify. They're starting to do the videos on there for us too. So check us out if you don't want to miss all this awesome shit I show you guys. I'm just saying. Just saying.
Well, at least that she shows.
Yeah. Oh, and then the past couple of weeks, so what happened, sis? She came into
Oh,
town. Y'all remember us talking about that? How she was going to come in
yes.
for Bridge Day?
Mm-hmm.
Bridge Day. Unfortunately, Bridge Day didn't pan out. Kind of my fault and her fault at the same time. With
Oh my
me,
God. Um,
my
hold on. Um, the possum ran in my room. Oh my God. Hold on.
oh no, oh my god, guys. So her little kitty cat
Sorry, just a
crawled in
moment.
that possum earlier today. If I can show you guys, I would show you. I might show you on TikTok just because it's been a while since I posted on that too. But my dog did the same thing before. He brought in a baby possum and just put it on the couch. And my husband thought it was a stuffed animal because he's always running around with stuffed animals in his mouth. Well, he was actually just walking around with an animal, not the stuffed part. It was a live one. Things
This is
nightmares
alive
are
too.
made
He's in
of.
my room. Oh my God. Hold on. I'm gonna mute it. I'm not gonna disconnect. I'm just gonna mute. But it is
You're
cute.
right.
He still has the
Yeah, I
dark
mean, I
fur on him.
think, yeah, I think possums are cute. They just look like a cat and a rat mixed together. And I also think raccoons are adorable with their little hands. I know everyone loves their little hands. Like, I just go to little memory bank of mine that we used to have 30 cats growing up. That was the highest I ever counted at one time. They were all stray cats though. They were all outside. And we'll feed them on the porch and all these different little piles of cat food. And they all go up there and they eat it. And sometimes possums and raccoons are out there too. Yeah. One possum just lived in the tree. He didn't want to give up his spot. He had a nice buffet. And the cats, they don't care. They're like, oh, what is that thing? Okay, whatever. And they don't bother each other, but they didn't. Not even here, they didn't bother each other. I mean, especially if your dog's bringing them in. It's weird. Animals, they bring you other animals. They usually do that, don't they? Even if it was like one of the little cat friends, they're like, oh, this house has some food. You should eat over here at my house tonight. We got that name brand food. We got that wet food. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just being silly.
Sorry, still in the process of obtaining him or it.
Don't
Going
hurt
back on
it.
mute. No, we're not going to hurt it. I don't want my cats to hurt it.
So while she's doing that, and I'll just skip whenever she came into town. We'll come back to that. But we'll go ahead and talk about the next thing. My brother-in-law, he was in the hospital for several weeks. It was pretty scary time. So we're in the mindset like, hey, we might have to just like pack up and go. So, but he's home now. He actually came home on Halloween night. So good news. Good news. I feel much better and less stressed. Um, yeah. Let's see another update. So, as you all know, I had a miscarriage, and the due date was going to be November the 15th. So, I wanted to do something for that, some type of labor of love memorial piece. I have a painting that I was thinking about doing. I still may do it during the day, but in the evening, I should be getting a nice little tattoo in honor of the baby. Stacy doesn't even know this yet.
That is
Um,
such awesome. That's cool.
thank you.
I'm listening
Um,
but watching.
so I'm gonna get a tattoo right here, and it's gonna be the sweet pea flower, which was what I named the baby, sweet pea. And I'm gonna get it in the colors of purple and red. Because if it was a boy, I was going to show red because I didn't want to do the generic blue. And if it was a girl, I wanted to do purple because I didn't want to be the generic pink. I wanted to be a little different. So, and I just like those two colors. They look pretty together. So I'm gonna have him put those colors in there for me. So I can't wait. So I'll be getting that done on the 15th. But yeah, there's this let's talk about the painting. There's a TikTok thing going around where everyone's taking all these paintings and whatnot and they're painting ghosts in them. So I happened to see this. I'll show y'all. Give y'all the sneak peek first. I saw this. It's like a woman holding a baby. And I was going to paint a ghost baby, woman holding the ghost baby, like me holding my would be baby. So I still might do that. I think it'll be pretty cool. Y'all can see the transformation. And I'll probably post it on TikTok too as a nice I don't know, memorial memory. I don't know. My what ifs, I guess how I feel. Like me holding an imaginary baby or something. I don't know. I don't know. I just saw it and I wanted to do that. Thought it was very fitting. I just wanted to dedicate that whole day, to a labor of love ideal thing. And it was also weird because this past weekend I got my daughter's room together. It had a whole bunch of boxes in there. Everything was just thrown in there. It was like a storage room basically with a bed. And she's coming in this weekend and she's bringing her boyfriend. So I wanted to have it nice for her. And after I got done, I sat there on the bed and I just started crying because I was like, I'm supposed to be putting this together for the nursery. So it's just a weird timing because that would have been like the final touches as if you're getting during this time, with it being November 6th, I believe, that we're recording this on. And that would be the time that I would be doing the finishing touches on the nursery or making sure that's together before the due date on the 15th. So I don't know. It was like a weird moment to where no matter what, no matter what path I was on, I was going to be able to getting that room together regardless. If it was for my daughter coming in with her boyfriend or me getting it ready for a baby.
Okay, that didn't work. It was a little bit faster.
You might want to set a trap. So
Well, it just didn't work. We almost had it, but we thought somebody else was around to turn the trash can. We were going to scoot it in to get it out. But she left. Anyways, back to the story.
yeah, that's pretty much it.
Well, you might hear some words. My husband's not happy. We just don't want to see it dead by the cats in the morning.
Yeah, I get it.
But we were so close. Okay, it's a little bit bigger than I thought it was.
What room is it in?
I just left my room. So I don't know if it ran to the laundry room, the dining room, the back room, kitchen, mom's room, anywhere else. So I will say he's not in my room. But he still has some dark on him, so he's young.
Yeah.
But
I guess your
see
cat just wanted a friend.
Well, looking at this thing, he's about a third of the size, if not half the size of my cat. How in the world is... I don't know. That don't sound right.
So
interesting. These are the events that happen. Okay, let's try. I'm sweating now. That was an adventure.
Isn't that fun?
No.
To the
rather than be in their habitat.
Oh, the possum dance.
But it's a baby. It's probably his first winter on its own. But it's our third time having a possum, so it's all right.
Get in the corner.
Really?
See, look, I just made up the possum dance.
Oh, you're so silly.
I tried.
Okay, dokey, but that's a cool idea about the tattoo.
Thanks. You probably missed the other part, but I talked about the bedroom. Did you hear that?
No, because I had to jump up to help with the possum.
Basically, I got my daughter's room together, and it was a sad moment. Yeah, it was a sad moment because it made me realize that no matter where my life was going to be at that time, I would be getting the room together. And I was like, it should have been the nursery, and that was really sad. Because it had been during the final stages of,
Yeah.
And what do they call it? Nesting. Yeah. And I would have been in that. So it was just weird how I was still doing that room regardless of what timeline I was on around that time.
Preparing it, and yeah,
Yeah. And meeting a new face during the same time. So
that
which
is
happens
true.
to look like my husband.
Yes, I know. That's the first
Madonna
thing
was
I said
like,
when I saw the picture. I was
I
like,
me
oh
too. I was
my
like,
God, that looks like him.
I know. So that's just
Mom's like,
weird.
no, it doesn't. I said, you go to the one where they're two together and you look, do a glance, and it does. Okay, yeah,
It
maybe it
does.
does.
I'm like, I wonder if she told him that, like, oh, you look like my stepdad, by the way. It's like, how weird would that be? Well, she doesn't think so, but I do, and you do. He does. My husband does. Mom does. So it's just weird. But he seems to treat her nice, and that's all that any mom can really ask for. So, sister, are you ready? Or are you chasing possums, doing the possum dance?
Sorry, my son was calling me and he kept messing up my audio.
Oh, doing the mommy dance?
I don't know what he wants. My youngest is not very happy that there's a critter in the house. He is like totally flipping out. And the other one, the 14-year-old, is like, oh, Mom, look. Took a picture of
It's so
it and showing it.
cute.
Yes. But first he comes
So,
wrapped in with a blanket over him this morning. Chip brought something in and it got away and it moved. I said, well, what? Because he's brought me like some water bugs and he's brought me a spider and he's brought me some other gifts, which I did not want, but he brought them. I said, can it fly? Well, I don't know. I just saw it moving real fast. It's like, okay. But I heard it, and it was hissing. Like, well, I don't know.
not
We'll
happy.
figure it out. Not one thing, it's another.
Oh, sorry, I'm rude.
But that's pretty cool about they're going up there.
Yeah.
Are you nervous?
So, no.
No. No. Okay.
Piece of cake. Um, so Stacy had came in um the week before Halloween,
Yes, I think.
and we went on a couple adventures.
Yes, we did.
We sure did.
Interesting. One I will
When
never repeat ever again in my life. Ever. Going underground. Nope.
she went into the cavern, y'all. She's the caves, the underground
Very
cave
beautiful.
network.
If you could find one where you could ride in something, amazing. But if you're walking, you better not be a smoker. And you
Or out
better
of
be in
shape.
shape.
Yeah.
Because they'll kick your
I
ass.
mean, I know I'm not in shape, but golly, man, I was trying to keep up with my husband. He's not in shape either, but he likes to think he is. And I like to think I am too. And I suck it in and I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh, yeah, that's so nice. And I'm walking around, see my reflection. I'm like, oh, no, put that away. Oh my
Put
God.
that away. That is so funny.
Oh, no, it's be a comedian. And, but yeah,
Well, go find it again.
we went to the caverns.
Caverns.
And, yeah,
It was beautiful. It really was. It was really awesome to see
it's a
at the
lot of
beginning.
steps going down that are kind of steep too, which was a little scurry. And then there's still a lot of walking, throughout the whole thing, going up different stairs and going around, crossing little bridges.
Steep hills. You don't realize they're steep until you're
Yeah.
walking them. Let's just
Yeah.
say I'm pulling myself up the railing. I wanted to get so far ahead of y'all so y'all would not see me.
Oh, and I
I'm
recorded her and
serious.
she was mad. She was like, "Don't you
Duh.
post it?" I was like, "I'm not," but
Nowhere.
it was so
But at
funny.
the end, walked through the doors when we were done. I think we went in came out the wrong doors. I don't know. But we went out from the entrance door. Didn't say nothing in the store. Walked through the one door, straight out the other door, sat on the bench outside trying to catch my breath. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and the gift shop was nice too.
I
By the
wanted to
way,
go
we went
back to that.
to the Lost World. It's in West Virginia somewhere. I don't know what city. I'm sorry. You just have to Google it. I want to say
It
it's
was pretty
outside
cool.
of Hinton, outside of Hinton. But yeah, I wanted
It
to
was on
check it
Lost
out.
World Road. Lost World
Yeah, there
Circle or
you
something
go.
like that.
Yeah.
It reminded me of Jurassic Park, Lost World.
And they had a lot of dinosaur stuff in there too, which I thought
Yes,
was
they
neat.
did. Fossils and footprints. Pictures of
Yeah,
the
even
footprints of a T-Rex. That's pretty cool.
oh, and my pterodactyl. Yeah,
Yes.
they had those
I wanted to
too.
get several things, but I wasn't going back in that store because I knew the tavern was right behind it. I didn't want nothing else to do with that place.
You were done.
When we were about halfway to the hotel, I was like,
She
damn, I should have went
canceled.
back.
She canceled the rest of the day with us.
Hell yeah.
No, you didn't. Wait, you came over. We ate lasagna, right?
Was it that night? Or,
Yeah,
or
I think it was because I was trying to
yeah, it
get y'all to
was.
go out.
That was the
Yeah, so
second night, yeah. Because
and
we also
so
went to the other location the first night or
yeah,
second
the
night,
first
whatever,
night we went
or an outing.
to Lake Shawnee and we did the little
Yes.
ghost tour and we bought tickets to go in the haunted house, but she's impatient as fuck. She didn't want to wait in the line.
Oh, I am.
So I mean that's half of the fun is waiting in line, talking with
But when I
people.
stand and wait like that, it kills my back, my lower back.
That's because you need to do it more. Practice makes perfect.
Possibly, but no. So yeah, that was a waste of money and it sucked because there was a lot of money. But no.
Yeah, it
Plus
was.
that place just oh it I'm sorry, I got a bad vibe from it.
That, well, duh, people died there.
No, I think also seeing that one show about it, there's a lot of
What, you didn't like the guy sniffing your son?
oh yeah, that was funny though. He was in costume for the haunted house and kind of and I felt bad because he really wanted to go.
I know, you just need to suck it up and do what they want to do sometimes.
Yeah, well, whatever.
I mean, that's for
My other
everybody.
one wanted to go. He didn't want to go to none of that.
Yeah.
When we first went to the tavern, he goes, "Yeah, right." And we go in there, and then it collapsed on us. He has some thinkings like I do. Be cave in.
Intrusive thoughts. Intrusive thoughts.
Oh
We're
my
not supposed
lord!
to say those out loud.
But he did like it. It was funny though, coming up when I finally pulled myself up on the steps going up to leave, or when you begin. I had to stop twice. Then he goes and he lays across the steps. He's like, "It's time to go." But he got up with no problem. But
Was he tired?
I think he's a little bit. He described it as his feet burning, and so I think when his feet kind of hurt him a little bit from walking or whatever, he says his
Well,
feet
have you
burns.
checked his feet for athlete's feet?
Yeah, his feet are fine. I put lotion on them.
Well, I mean, sometimes that could be the cause of it too. And
Oh,
peeing in the shower and stuff like that.
not normally. It's when he's got a walk or stand, like trick or treating. his feet
Mm,
burns.
mm.
That's
Well, it
just the
could
way
be
he
his shoes
describes.
too. Well, it could be his shoes if they don't fit right or good, and if you're in them too long, it could hurt your feet.
Well, that might be. I think the tops maybe I may have to get him another pair of shoes. But damn, shoes are expensive. It's killing me.
Everything is,
60
but let's not
$70
go
for a
there.
kid's pair of shoes
Yeah.
that if they have a growth spurt only lasts about 4 or 5 months. Oh,
Hmm.
that's why my husband buy me things. I won't buy me things. Not really. Okay.
So,
So yeah,
and what
that was
else
pretty
did we
cool.
do? We did see the Lake Shawnee, and we did do the ghost tour. Now, did you see anything there? Did you take pictures and go back and look through it?
Um, just the one bag. No, I didn't take pictures because it said when you're on the tour, you're not supposed to take pictures or
Video.
record. No, it said pictures too, I think.
You could
'Cause
take pictures. They
I
just
didn't see
don't.
nobody taking pictures. Afterwards, when people were like around us that were not part of our group, but like around, they were doing stuff.
Yeah. I mean, everyone was taking pictures. Remember the cart? And they're like, oh, yeah, it's this one. And people were taking pictures of the cart.
I didn't see that.
Oh. Hmm. But anyways, so you didn't see anything or felt anything?
Um, I just felt creepy because I know more of the story than what he told
Oh, so what
from what
didn't you
Amy said.
feel?
That the Indians are very pissed off. They're upset that the offerings may appease them, but that they were the ones pretty much causing the accidents. And I thought he'd have been straight up and honest. That's why I kept doing my little prayers to myself and, you know, doing other things.
Oh, so you weren't a fan of his tour?
Well, it's an interesting place and I like to learn about it.
You
But
just felt like he didn't give you the all the
no,
tea?
just, yeah, because he said that he made it sound like Amy was all okay with it, da 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 da. But you go back and watch that show, and she flat out said that, during the show, because she had the camera following her, her own little guy who walks with her and records her as she breathes. And the other
Hmm.
guy, Steve, does background stuff and interviews the people it's affecting. And she said that the Indians caused the deaths, that they're ticked off because that was a sacred land. There were Indians buried on there, and they dug up some of the bodies and they took pictures and did displays, blah, 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 blah. They interrupted their final resting place. And perhaps the Indians may have calmed down, but um, Indians were some pretty powerful, some of them tribes. You don't mess with that.
Yeah, a lot of natives are spiritual.
Yeah, most of them, if not all, in some way, shape, or
Hmm.
form. But they can create.
Hey, it's your girl Pearl, and I would love to tell you about this business called the Salty Lunatics Treasure Trove. They have all kinds of amazing things, included 3D wood burning portraits. You can have one done of your animal. Yes, couples, this is for you too. Will make an excellent anniversary gift. How about your child's drawing? You can surprise them and get it wood burned to last forever. How about beautiful mandalas? They're also available in 3D as well. They can even engrave your logo into just about anything. Rocks, wood, steel, glass, and so much more. Each piece will be custom made, and if you want to save some money, tell them your girl Pearl sent you for an additional 10% off of your order. You guys, they even have stamps. How amazing is that? Each piece is designed by this amazing laser. To learn more about this and everything else, please visit thesaltylunatics.com for more information.
Elementals, and they're scary. They're scary. They're scary. But I mean, the history of it is fascinating. You know, I'm
So,
always
what made the Shawnee Indians kill the two children?
that was their
Just for
sacred
being
land.
on the land?
That's sacred to them. Yes, that was their burial, their sacred land. And here, these people are coming, and you got to
But
remember, we don't.
but did the settlers know that?
I don't
That
know.
there was
I'm sure these
there
were not the first white people ever that they've ever seen, and they killed them.
well, they were
'Cause
the first ones,
settlers.
yeah, in that area in West Virginia,
They may have been the first
in
settlers,
the
but that don't mean they were
county
the
or
first
something.
white people to travel through. You know, they were the first ones that were trying to claim a homestead.
Yeah.
Because you think about these Indians that kidnapped the boys Ezekiel, or whatever his name is, I can't pronounce it. They took them all the way to freaking Ohio,
I know
walking, and that was horrible.
that
The
that's a
father seen him
long
burning at
journey.
the stake. It was horrible. They tortured him and then did that. But I mean, they may not have
I'm
known it, but
just
the
curious
Indians are not going to care, you know. But then they
if
turned
the
around.
settlers killed some of their Indian friends first, or their friends in
Well,
the
I'm sure
tribe.
it's happened and word gotten through because that happened all the way in 16 something. You know, you had the Spaniards that went into Florida way back when, and so I'm sure word travels. You know, because they trade and all this other stuff. The Indians, just the Indians alone. So, oop, there go sirens. But because I would think from how a lot of other people talk, they would have been afraid of the white people, and you know, because of coloring, different. You know, I don't know about the hair. Hair is probably the same, but different language, and they would probably think that they're ghosts or whatnot, but or the Walking Dead.
The pale face.
Yeah, thank you. Where do you think it come from? Pale face. We're dark. You white. You way white. So they both Indians and American or settlers, whatever you want to call them. They did horrible things to each other. It's just a horrible thing,
Well,
you know.
history repeats.
And unfortunately, a lot of kids died from it. But I'm sure the tribes have talked through the grapevine, you know, so they knew of white people.
Right.
And that probably in passing, traveling.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when did they
Well,
say they were
yeah.
there?
I mean,
18 or 17? So they
I
said
don't,
17.
I would have to go back and look at pictures or something.
Or you could just go to Dead Files, season 9,
Yeah. Google it.
episode 11, I think. It's called the Playland or Toyland.
Yeah. So that was very interesting.
But I guess knowing the history, like I heard it from Amy Allen, it just gave me back because she flat out said that the deaths were caused by the Indians, the drownings, little girl, all of it. So
Yeah, because I
scary.
thought they had cursed the land or something like that.
Well, I don't know if they cursed it per se.
Well, if they traveled all the way to Ohio, then that means they left, like they
That was
really left.
sacred land, though. They didn't even live on it or build on it. They would hunt on it, and that was it.
Oh,
They did not live there. It was sacred. It was for the dead.
gosh, yeah.
And some Indians did bury their dead. And you have proof of that because of the bodies they dug up by accident, granted. But the whole area is not blocked off. They just got one little
See,
shrine, but
and that's one reason why I want to be cremated, because I don't want anyone disturbing my sleep after I'm dead and gone, you know?
well, you ain't
Like,
gonna disturb my sleep. But I want to be
don't,
cremated also because
like, if the world floods, right? Or if we get nuked or something, right? And all the ash builds on. So you're putting feet on top of the ground that's already there. And then by then, more ground is going to be built. Technology would be ruined. So it's like you
well,
got
like
a
in
clean slate
Louisiana, you had
all over again.
coffins coming
And
up
then
from
they're
the
going to,
cemetery.
yeah. And then exactly. And
That's horrible for the
building on
family.
top of you, like they did in Asheville. They did that. There's even streets in Asheville. There's dead people under the street right there. And
Oh
we drive
no,
on it. Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
believe that. But in oh my gosh, in Georgia, Thomas County, my husband took me there. We were walking, and you got the old part, and then they got well, it's all old, but there's like the white part and black part, and we were looking at some of both of them. We went. I like, not think I'm weird, but I do like looking at tombstones, looking at the ages and the dates, and I'm just.
I know. You took
And
me
some
to
people
when
probably
I was a
know.
child and you don't even realize.
I don't remember that. I think I do, but I'm not sure.
I do. I was
But
like,
it's
oh, a
just
field trip.
fascinating. I mean, just think about what they went through, what they experienced. Plus, some of these people may have never had visitors even looking at their tombstone for years and years.
That's
But
true.
they're the what is it called? You got the casket, and then you got the vault that the casket goes into in the ground. They got
Not
some of
all of
them
them have
bitches.
that.
They got some of these sticking out of the hills where you're walking on the sidewalk and it's above you, and you see these things. No joke. Swear on that.
Oh.
Yes, because of how it's up on a hill, erosion, and as rain washes away, they're sticking out, and they're kind of high up though. I wouldn't hit it. I can't remember if my husband had dug.
Yikes.
Yes, ma'am. Crazy. Thomas County, Georgia. Yep. Crazy.
I heard him back there. Hey, brother.
She says, "Hey, brother." Yes. So I just got a creepy vibe, mostly because I know more of the history. And when you factor in the haunted house, and then you have people camping there, the haunted house is what really started bothering me a lot too.
Like it
Because
was
even though
making a
that's fun and
mockery of
games,
the Saker.
not
Yeah.
necessarily a mockery, but it's
But
I don't think it's respectful. I'll put it that way.
right. Yeah,
Right
that's a better
there
word.
on the land. If it was moved in a different area, but I did not know where that area was. I watched some of it, and they got investigators during the daytime walking through it. Like I didn't see picnic tables, and I didn't see other toys or
Confession.
equipment and stuff for the kids to play on that were old and all there. I didn't see all that. And then they
Yeah.
showed where the graves were and where the shrine is, or memorial to the Indians. I didn't see that, and it looked like I don't know if we were parked there, which would make me feel even worse because then there's probably dead bodies all right here, and we're parking on them. And I just got a creepy vibe. That's just my thing.
You felt welcomed or not really?
I felt like I was intruding, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't
I
know
got
if you
those
noticed.
vibes.
I don't know, but I was quiet and I stayed real close to the boys, especially Frosty, because he would be one that would get excited and would like run off, and I was scared he would run off on me. I had to keep up with him mostly. My daughter stayed with my other son, but I had to watch him because he's the one that would worry me more about in situations like this because
You know what your daughter did?
my Lord only knows.
She crop dusted everybody.
She what?
She farted in the middle of the huddle. I was like, and I walked away. My husband was like, "What?" And then he smelled it, and then he walked away.
Okay, are you sure it was her?
Yes.
All right. Denali, crap. She does not have a gallbladder. So when she passes,
That's right. It was
90
raunchy. And it made
90% of
me
the
think of
time,
the time when I
it
went
smell.
to your room.
Oh,
That's how I know
okay.
it was her.
Okay. Yeah. There. That. Okay. That's funny. The smell follows.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then she did it earlier there too. She did it like twice. I was like, oh no.
Wow. You walked away and you left him there.
There's two girls behind us. They had to smell it. And they probably thought I fucking did it.
Yes. That is so funny.
Oh man.
See, the smell of death. I'm telling you.
Oh, the death of the
Oh my gosh.
gallbladder.
Yeah, that.
It was so bad.
Oh my goodness, I'm so hot now.
Memories.
Ooh, that's hilarious. That is
But
hilarious.
so, did you feel anything about the little girl that was in the swing? Did you have any feelings over there?
No,
See, I felt like
I felt
a
watched.
happy. I felt like a happy piece there. You felt watched.
I felt watched. Almost a.
I got a feeling somebody.
What are you doing in my yard? Yeah, but what are you doing in my yard? Type.
We hunting. We hunting. They said we could hunt. We were hunting for some ghosts.
No, I wasn't.
Sacred.
That's respect. No.
The
I
ghost
felt
hunter.
uneasy. I mean, it was still interesting seeing a lot of the stuff, and like I said, the history because it's history, and I like history. But
So when I walked away to go to the
invading.
restroom, man, I felt really. I felt exposed, like watched. I guess like how you were saying, like, ooh, I need to turn on my flashlight.
Sounds like somebody's in a watchtower.
Yeah, like there was somebody in the grass, type of watching. That's how it made me feel.
That's why I don't want to go over to the graves. Mm-mm. I know you asked,
Definitely.
or your
Some
husband
Indian
asked,
spirits. Yeah.
but no,
Definitely.
mm-mm.
Yeah, I definitely felt like during that one little path where you go from where the girl checked your wristbands to the podium. What is that? Pavilion, I guess.
Yeah, where they all gathered
That
at
little
the fire pit.
walkway. Yeah, that walkway between there and that
I felt
point.
creepy there.
Yes, I felt like that's where they're hiding in the grass and shit. Man, I was like, I don't want to be alone. I was like, I'm by myself. I need her to get over there. I was like, I just don't want to fall. And it's all dark right there too. It's so spooky vibes.
Yeah, I felt like we were invading privacy. I don't know. But did see the bag move on the swing, and there was no wind.
There's always some wind. I don't believe that bad.
There was no real wind at all. There wasn't, and it moved both ways.
It's a paper. It's like
there's something in it though. I forgot what he said was in it, but there was something in it. And I wondered if it was like a jumping bean, like a Mexican jumping bean, that
Oh my
little worm that
God.
would make it jump and move. Or I was looking to see if something would like pop up in it, which would make it move. Because it was like a thin canvas type bag, whatever. It wasn't paper. It was like a like a thin wool, but it was lightweight. You could tell that. But
Yeah.
no, no.
I don't know.
And just the more I kept thinking about that,
I
haunted house
wanted
being
to
there.
bring a light and be like, if any spirits are here, can you turn on this light on and off? You
Like
know,
a flashlight type thing.
yeah, and do a test like that. That will be more true, in my opinion, than a little bag drifting in the wind.
Oh, well, that I don't know. Okay,
And
I
then
am
they
gonna
could
switch
say,
rooms for a moment. So give me just a minute. I'm gonna put you on mute as I relocate, sister, and
you
people.
better not be going to the bathroom.
No, no, I'm not. I'm just going
Okay.
to the back room.
Okay. Just checking. So, all right, I think that's all I have on my notes other than the time change. Speaking of times, have they changed? We had the whole fallback thing going on this past weekend. And do y'all even know why? Why we knew that? I do, but I'm just checking in with the audience. And what are your thoughts? Do you know why we changed the time? And do you know what areas recognize the time change?
Is it just an American thing?
No, it is not. Bum,
That I did
bum,
not know. I thought it
bum.
was.
Nope.
And there's a little possums back here.
So,
I know it had something to do with harvesting.
mhm, 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 mhm.
Outside of that, I don't know.
So I think all but two states do not do time change in the US. I
Yeah,
believe
isn't
it
it
was
like?
like Hawaii and Arizona, maybe.
Yeah, I think you're right. That sounds
Um,
about right.
and Canada also participates in the time change along with Cuba.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
Yes.
Are you tapping?
Huh? I have a pen.
Stanley, go see. Oh, sorry. Hold on.
God.
Did it again.
I know. Daylight savings time is a practice of moving clocks forward by 1 hour during the summer months so daylight lasts longer into the evening. Most of North America and Europe follow this custom, while the majority of the countries elsewhere, especially those close to the equator, do not.
Oh,
They do not do it.
very interesting.
It's very controversial. Many countries have adapted and rejected it multiple times. Egypt announced in March that it would reintroduce the daylight saving time bill after a 7 year
Reintroduced.
gap.
Wow.
Yeah, reintroduce it.
That's crazy.
After a gap to rationalize energy use. Now, Japan is also considering adapting the practice for the 2020 Olympics, but rejected the proposal due to a lack of popular support and technical challenges. I mean, it's really
Okay.
not that hard. My car time, it changed it automatically. My phone changed it automatically. I didn't have to do
I think
nothing.
my car did too.
I just had to do the microwave, the oven, and I still hadn't done the actual clock yet because I have to get a ladder and that's a little bit more effort. So I have to really get that one later. Oh, I have to change the batteries anyway.
Hey sis,
Yes.
Your mother said to tell you hello.
Hello, witch mama.
She said hello, what's mama? All right.
So when
Sometimes.
the time starts back again, when daylight saving time always starts on the second Sunday in March and ends on the first Sunday in November for the United States. This
First,
contrasts with
what?
the UK and European nation, where summertime begins on the last Sunday in March and ends on the last Sunday in October. So, why was it created in the US and how did it start? Are you ready? Who did it? The modern idea of changing the clocks with the seasons can be traced back to at least the 19th century when New Zealand,
You say 8 in the morning. New Zealand.
yes, when a New Zealand entomologist, I probably said that wrong, George Hudson proposed to conserve energy and extend summer daylight hours, something which can benefit his own hobby of collecting insects after work. It started by collecting bugs.
Started by what?
By collecting bugs. A man
Okay,
wanted
that's
to collect more bugs when he got off
harvesting.
harvesting bugs.
And still
Ta-da.
harvesting. So I was right. Harvesting.
And conserving energy, which is weird to think that they would be thinking about that in the 19th century.
It depends what year. Well, no, wait. I don't believe that. I think it's
I don't
farming.
believe that either.
I think it has to do with
so
harvesting crops.
Yeah.
And for kids, because you think about it, way back when
The
the
kids
boys
didn't go to
started
school in the
school,
summer because they
well, the
were be
boys
harvesting all
they'd work in
summer.
the field. Well, they
Yeah.
would harvest in the fall,
The girls
September.
too, not just the boys, the girls
Well,
too.
the
They had
boys
to go
went to
pick
school.
berries and shit.
They went to school about a month later than the girls. So the girls started first because all the boys, well, at least like probably 10 and up, were out in the fields help harvesting.
My, have the times changed.
Yeah, kids nowadays don't want to do shit. They don't want to harvest nothing, even groceries to bring into the house. That was my kids.
So Germany was the first country to adapt daylight savings time in 1916, and the US
Wow.
followed in 1918.
Wow, I thought it was longer than that.
I would think so too. Isn't that weird?
Yes, it is.
It is weird.
But it is over 100 years ago, so okay. I remember 2018 very well, so that just shows more of my age. Damn. Half my life.
So the practice went through many variations before the US standardized it in 1966 in the Uniform Time Act, which allows states to opt out of it, but not to stay on daylight saving time permanently. So it was actually put into law, I guess, in 1966. So not even 100 years. This was like 80 years ago, right?
60
Yeah.
to 2000. Depending when, yeah, 60. Okay, yeah. Because I'm that age.
Okay.
Minus I'm trying not to say my age, but
So about, yeah, it's pretty wild.
been a while.
So
Okay,
a
scared of that.
common myth is that the US adopted it to benefit farmers, but in
I don't believe
reality,
that.
many farmers are opposed to the practice for being destructive to their schedules.
I don't buy that. I think they're trying to change history. Because you think about it, like this morning when we did the fallback.
Uh-huh.
Oh, crap.
I like driving to work when the sun's up. I liked it.
Yeah, it's safer. That was one of the reasons for keeping it. But soon as it'll catch up and it'll be
But
dark.
this morning I was driving to work and the light was up, so I liked it. Usually it's dark.
Yeah, so that means farmers are up earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, we normally leave to go to school at 7 o'clock, give or take 5 or 10
A lot of
minutes.
times the farmers will just wake up when the sun comes up.
When we leave at 7, it was normally dark. This morning, it was light as light.
Mm-hmm.
Light, because technically
it.
was 8 o'clock.
Yeah. I don't like the summer hours. I don't know. It's like I like the in between. I like autumn where before, I don't know. It's weird. But it's weird because
then it'll be dark at 5 o'clock, at least here.
it's the sun that's moving away from the equator. So during the winter solstice, that's when the sun comes back, the return of the sun. Not Jesus, but the return to the sun. That's going, like, that's seriously what it's about. Because Jesus was born in June. Jesus was not born in December.
Yeah.
So they just had to find a reason for the season for Christians, and that's Jesus, for them to go along with the pagan holiday of the winter solstice.
Well, a lot
when
of the
sun comes back,
religions are based on
pagan. Yeah, all of it is. They had to create it for them so that way they can get the pagans and the Christians on the same board.
Try to find a mutual understanding, a common ground.
Yeah, because a lot of the pagans were converted into the Christianity. So they had to find a way to make the pagans happy, but under the guise of something else. Christianity.
So they tricked them.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Yes. Don't get me started. Because a lot of Christianity sounds more demonic than witchcraft.
Hey, King James, remember?
I know.
King James version.
Yes, I talk about it all the time. And
you tripped me out. You got off the phone, off the thing, and you went looking.
I was mad. Because I forgot where I was going with this.
Sorry, my bad. Tricked them. So they used Jesus' birth to be celebrated in December. So the pagans.
So the return of the sun is not.
Oh yeah, Jesus. Sorry.
Literally the return of the sun. I know, but I'm trying to get back on track. So.
Well, if we do all this, why do we have February 29th?
Well, in my opinion, I believe that every month should have 28 days anyway. Ta-da. That will still give us. That's what it equals out to be. If every month goes with the moon cycle, which is every 28 days. Then they went from the Gregorian calendar to the Julian
Everybody
calendar.
Gotta have different. Yeah.
And then you got the Chinese calendar. There's just a lot. But how have the times changed? So yes, I did find it. It is Hawaii and Arizona, with the exception of the Navajo Nation, do not observe daylight saving time. So I guess the Nahus do.
I
said that wrong. Nuave. Sorry. Navajo. Nuave. I know
Uh,
it's an
um,
Indian tribe.
I'm doing something. Okay. Did you
Now, other
know
nations.
28 times 12 is 336?
That's why we're supposed to add another month to it in the summertime. It will be between July and it'll be called Sol.
Well, then why don't they
And
just change it and say a year's 336 days?
because the
Not
people will be fucking
335.
with the zodiacs, and I don't want to fuck with my zodiac I got on my back.
Well, you're a cup
It's
spin
gonna
anyway,
change my
so
zodiac. Huh?
you're a cup
But
spin
not
anyway,
if
so
they change it to 28 days and then they add a month between July and June and they will call it Sol, which is short for the summer solstice, if you didn't know. And that's when
no.
it's going to have the summer solstice. So you said it was 38, how many days?
It's 236. There's 335 days in a year,
You said
except leap
200
year.
or 300?
300, 336, not 335.
Oh, you said 236. Okay.
No,
So,
sorry,
all
my bad.
right. So add 28 to that.
Calculation.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's one day over a year. There's 335 days in a year.
Ah, see, I
Okay.
told you.
Yes, but
And then that's
if
when
you
they
do
said
12
they're
times
gonna fuck
28,
with, they were gonna add that one day in there, like a leap year. Like there'll be 1 month or something like that.
no, how many days are in a year? 365. My bad.
306. Oh, so it's nothing.
365. I'm a little tired. Sorry.
So and the math,
365.
so the math did math
I see the
with
difference. One.
with a 9.
31 days. There's a 31 day difference, but you do 28 times 12.
Well, it'd be
Because 28
13.
times 12
It'll be
is
13 because we said we're going to
336.
add a month because we said we're going to add a month and it will be 13 months instead. So it'll be 13 times 28. Remember, Sol?
Hey, I said I'm tired.
So what is it? Did you do the calculator?
Now I'm doing a pen and paper. Dang,
Oh,
man.
you're doing a pen and paper? How old
Yes.
are you?
What the fuck? Do you know my children do not know how to do math on pen and paper? They
No,
have
but
when
I
I'm
bet you
helping
they
them with
have to
their
do
homework.
all these damn lines and don't get
Not
me
just that,
started.
but they got to do it on the laptop and like use both of their fingers to do it on the scratch pad on the laptop. I'm like, I can't do that shit. So give me pen and paper, then I'll do it. 'Cause I want them to learn because it's freaking nuts. My 8th grader during the summer did not know how to sign his name.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
really?
he's a 9th grader now. Frosty did not know how to like do a signature of his name. He had a shit fit when he found out his brother could.
So it's 364. Is that what you got?
For
I
what?
did on pen and paper too. 13 times 28.
28 times 12?
No, 28 times 13.
Oh, my bad. I didn't even do that one. 4,
Yeah, 364. I used the calculator on the
8,
computer.
2,
So,
4,
and it's supposed to be
16.
365.
Yes, 364. Why don't they just say it's 364? Why are they adding another day? Why? Leave it there. Why must it be that?
I know, we can say whatever we want.
Seriously, who said? Like,
I know. We could just say
my
that
youngest son
there's
said,
only
"Why is the
300
sky
days
called
in a
sky?"
year.
You know what else my son also told me? He asked me,
Because
"Do you
we,
know why homework was invented?" I said, "To make sure you know what you're doing and you're able to do it." No, as punishment. Why are we being punished for something that happened over 100 years ago?
It is true, though. The
No, that's
worship
fucked
or
up.
punishment.
Like, somewhere are you looking that stuff up? Because I want to know.
Yeah.
So they're punishing us for over 100 years ago. Sorry, that's off
Yeah.
key. But what's wrong with saying
Started
there's
punishing us.
364 days a year?
We have
I don't want the
we have to
336 because
move
that'd
on.
make me older. Okay, next.
It would be the same. It'd be the same.
It's been established.
Are you in a dilemma and you need some answers to your questions? What about the cards? What do they have in store for you? And what about these lines on your hand? What do they mean? And are you missing a person that's passed on? Well, if you answered yes to any of those questions, let me help you. Your answers are right here on the podcast. I have a few services that are available for you, including pendulum readings, tarot card readings, palmistry, and medium work. It starts as little as $5. Don't delay. Send your email today at wickedwayspodcast@outlook.com. And let's get you out of this turmoil that you're finding yourself in. And remember always, blessed to be.
If you give in, that's what happens.
So there have been, while daylight saving time is widespread across the U.S., 19 states have passed legislation to permanently use daylight saving time if Congress were to allow it, according to the National Conference of State Legislators. So
And
is
when was
it
that
ending?
written?
This article, Christmas,
Yeah.
not Christmas Eve, but Halloween Eve. Halloween.
Oh, this
No.
year? Okay.
Yeah, November the 3rd, 2023. So
They
just
always
2
do
days
these
ago.
articles every time, every 6 months when it comes to the shit.
Yeah, I know. It's funny, isn't it?
My Sarah's
Same thing
beside
with
me.
Thanksgiving dinner. Calling it now. They're going to tell you how much it costs from what it was the year before.
Oh, don't say that.
And how many people are going to be skipping it.
I'm not. They're the only times I'm willing to eat poultry.
Mm.
And you gotta have jellied cranberry sauce,
Cranberries.
not the real cranberry.
So there's like a national park here in West Virginia where they grow wild cranberries. And you
Y'all
can
have a
go pick
lot of
them.
national parks.
Yeah. And if you want to go pick them, you can just go pick them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Homemade cranberry.
We found out when we got PD, we were driving, we saw everybody just picking all these berries. We're like, what the hell's going on? I was like, oh, well, that's cool. I was like,
I'm
did we
surprised
still
with
ever
it
get
being a
that?
national. There's this one YouTube thing that I watched, Tim Pool, and they moved from, I think, New York to West Virginia, but I think they're closer to the Virginia line. And he was saying that when they moved to their location where they're at, that there's so many berries and fruits and things that grow naturally that they could survive off the land if, shit was to go foul, whatever, and they had to. But there's so many. Get out of here, you fruitcake.
You know what I said?
Yes.
Why do you think I moved here?
He said there's just so many things that are naturally grown there, that it's native there.
Yeah.
He named some kind of weird fruit too I never heard of before, but he said they have them all around on the property.
Like on my yard too. We have all kinds of blackberries.
Are they safe to eat?
Yeah.
I mean, I know some are, some aren't.
Yeah, I eat them and I make
Oh,
jam
you
out
do
of
your
them.
okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I thought you went to the farmer's market or something. I didn't know. You never showed me. I've been there a couple times.
Well, you need to watch my TikToks. It's on my Witch for Homestead TikTok.
I can't do. I was told not to do TikTok.
I was told not to do TikTok. Use your free speech while you got it.
No, I'll get kicked off. I'd have haters trying to hunt me down.
So
because my husband and my mother doesn't want to listen to my rants anymore. So. He's always asking me, Who are you messaging? Article I read. I got to make a comment. Y'all don't listen to me no more.
I gotta
So
talk to the computer.
just let me make my comment on this article because I don't go and look at it.
All right, let me
I don't
finish.
care.
Let me finish this article. It's like one little paragraph left.
Okay, go for it.
So, why was daylight saving time created in the U.S. and how did it start? Wait, hold on. We already did that one. Just kidding. All right, here it is. Is the U.S. ending the daylight savings time? The U.S. is not ending daylight saving time anytime soon, though there is an effort in the federal government to pass the Sunshine Protection Act, which would make daylight savings time permanent, which is your summer hours.
Oh, where you lose sleep.
So
Because you're spring forward. No, screw them. I want to fall back. Fall back.
That's what I say.
Fall back.
Yes. Yes.
Fall back.
So the act, which is a bipartisan group of senators introduced in 2022, was passed unanimously by voice vote, but stalled in the U.S. House of Representatives because lawmakers could not agree on whether to keep the time standard permanent or daylight savings time in, said the representative Frank Pallone in March. The group of senators reintroduced the bill again this year and has been referred to the Committee on Commerce, Science, and Transportation to review. The bill would need to pass the Senate and the House of Representatives before President Joe Biden can sign it into law. So we're on pause right now. So for now, we're still turning our times back, as you all are aware well of, because I'm sure if you have a boss, they reminded you so you would still show up to work.
Yes, and schools did. What you have all day freaking Sunday.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like it's done Sunday
You have
night.
to do it before you go to bed. You don't have to do that.
But most people have some type of phone, so set your alarm on your phone. Be done. And if you don't, I get it, because some people either can't afford it or aren't into technology type things.
Yeah. But
they got
nowadays
alarm
they're
clock
making
set.
it hard. Yeah. Because nowadays they're making it hard for people to not get on technology.
When do they change it? I don't think you said it, but when do they change it to November? Because I remember at one time
the first Sunday in
back,
November.
It used to be October. I remember it being done right before Halloween.
Yeah, on Halloween night, because that would be November the 1st, will be on the Sunday then. So when Halloween night, because you would get an extra hour to party or to stay at the bar or whatever.
Or trick or treat with your kids.
Well, the time don't change until 2:00 in the morning.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I get it.
And then it will just go back to 1:00 in the morning.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I used to work at a convenience store.
I worked at a bar when it happened. Yes, I know. And yes, you have to stay open.
Yep.
And then I also been at the bar while it happened and we were partying.
I didn't do the bar thing.
Or I was with my friend's house, ex-boyfriends or something.
But I remember it used to be before Halloween. Because at 5:00
probably
it'd be starting to get dark.
night. Probably on Halloween night.
Well, it wasn't always on a Saturday. You know,
well,
Halloween.
When it happened on Halloween night or the day before Halloween.
But now they got it to where it's
so you can't
automatically
do it
after.
It's the first Sunday.
Yeah, because they suck.
And then the first
Yeah, that
Sunday
might have been. I get what
March.
you're saying now. I thought it was like the last weekend of October.
I mean, if it did change, it would be on October the 31st.
Yeah, because it was like a week later. It sucked. I liked it when it was starting to get dark. You were trick-or-treating. It used to be 5:00. Now it's freaking 6.
But still, I mean,
but I'm almost out of that.
Still goes away. And so when Christmas, the Christians will celebrate Christmas, which is you're celebrating the winter solstice, which is usually around the 21st, 22nd.
I'm celebrating Santa Claus.
St. Nicholas. We never
Yeah.
done a Christmas episode out of all this time that we've been doing the podcast. We've never done a Yule episode.
Yeah, we have. Because you talked about your Yule log you made and stuff.
I talk about it, but we didn't talk about it. It wasn't a subject matter.
I think it
It
was.
wasn't. It was not.
Well, you didn't post it.
I did not talk
Or you
about
sent
the
me
history.
pictures.
I hadn't talked about the history. Not on the podcast. We'll have to this year. For sure. For sure. It's
Maybe
been
it was around
written,
Christmas time.
been manifested, and we doing
Oh,
it.
my little Sarah, my little old lady. She's leaned over, took her over her belly.
All right,
Sorry.
guys. So let's wrap this up here. Let's wrap this up.
Okie dokie.
So
All right, I do want to apologize about the possum incident.
we did the fall episode tonight, and tomorrow we're actually gonna do 3 episodes this week to make up for all those times that we dished y'all.
Sorry. No, we did not. Because some of us were ready and waiting.
You agreed. You're
Well,
like,
yeah, because I don't control it.
We dished y'all. Sorry, but yeah. So then tomorrow we're doing herbal medicine.
Okay, that'll be a cool
And-
one.
Yeah. And then I don't know what the next one's going to be.
Well, you might want to let me know.
Let me look back. I'm going to try and see if I can get up with Ghost Whisperer because I really want that episode in here.
Yeah, because I never heard of it until now. You just kept telling me a special guest, special guest, special guest.
Yeah, the Ghost Whisperer.
I might have to look him up now.
Well, you can
Never
find
know.
him on Facebook and TikTok.
I'll look on Facebook. I don't.
Yeah. He a
Oh,
white
my little
dude.
Sarah.
So if you see a white dude sitting in a truck, most of the time that's him. Like a tractor trailer truck, 18-wheeler, whatever y'all call them for wherever y'all are at.
18.
Let me do. Let me look at something real quick.
There's an old song about 18-wheelers from Alabama or Oak Ridge Boys, something like that. I was driving back. We were moving back from Virginia when I was married to my daughter's father. And I started crying
Aww.
in the middle of driving. 'Cause he was stuck in a snowstorm and nobody could get a hold of him. And his wife and family were expecting him. And
Man, we had a lot of traffic on this podcast. In the past 30 days, we had 4,597 Spotify impressions. Wow.
what does that mean?
Guys. What? Impressions?
Yes, I don't know that. I'm not tech suave. That should tell you how old I am. I'm using the word suave.
It's where the number of times your show or any of your episodes were shown to anyone on Spotify over the last 30 days.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
Even
you,
if you're
guys.
teasing us, I don't care. Thank you.
I know. Haters gonna hate. But yeah, we have 1,224 Spotify followers. So if you're following us on Spotify,
Thank
thank
you.
you. We appreciate it. We do this for you.
And us.
Well,
It gets me in contact with my sister.
it does bring that
Call you
quality
out.
time. Yeah, it does. Like out of I have 3 sisters, 3, and
I
out
have
of
3
all
too.
3 sisters, yeah, you do. I talk to her, I would say almost daily, for sure, in private messages. We have a group chat with our sisters and our mom, and they always post like little memes or whatever. Or if there's a crisis, we talk about it. But for the most part, I'm like, stop blowing my phone up while I'm at work.
Yeah, but at
other
least
than
respond
that,
to your mother.
I know, and I try. And
Yeah,
that's
but the other
only
2
one I
sisters,
really
they kind of
we
get way into it. I skim through
But-
messages.
we're closer because we've always lived around each other the longest, I think. And they've
Yeah.
always lived around each other the longest too, out of all of the years that we have together. Like my
As
sister, the
adults.
oldest one, yeah, she's lived in Texas for like 30 years now.
Almost.
Close, yeah, close to
Not
that,
quite.
which is over half of her life
My
for
daughter's
her age.
29, and she was here when she was born, but not. She was
Right,
gone shortly
right,
after.
right. So she's been there longer, more than half of her life at this point, because she's 50 something, right? She's like 52.
I don't want to.
How old is sister?
How old is what?
How old is the oldest?
52.
It's Kathy. Yeah, 52.
Hyena.
Well, we already called on that. It's too late. Too late.
I know we did. I'm bad at that. Why this one? Oh, okay. Sorry, mother is beckoning me once I'm done. Some of the thrills of
And
living.
let's see what else I have here. Let me look at my audience. So we have, most of you guys listen to us on Apple Podcasts too. So hey, to all of my Apple podcasters, 39% of y'all listen to us through there. iOS's. We also have 20% on iHeartRadio. Hello, our iHeartRadio family.
Hey, hearts.
I don't even know if our video shows on that or not. I have no idea.
I don't know.
I hadn't looked, to be honest with you.
Me either.
So web browser, so people just searching us out, looking for us, okay? 13.9% of you. Thank you. Right?
Yeah,
people are searching for us.
Searchers.
I love it. Spotify, out of all these listeners, 11.4% of you. Again, hello.
Hey, flies.
We have
we'll call you spots.
Our spots. Our spotters. I like spotter. They got our backs.
Okay. It's spotters.
All right. We got the pod beans. We got our beanies.
Hey, beanies.
That's the 6.
That's what I call my husband sometimes. Beanie weenie.
Yeah, beanie. And our cast box is 3.1. Hello, our cast box listeners.
I have never heard of that.
Castbox. Yep, it's a podcast network. Yep.
I am so ignorant when it comes to technology. Good Lord.
And then we have Google Podcasts, 2.9% of you guys. Thank you, my Google.
Hey, Googlers. Googles.
Or Googs.
Googlies. Googlies, like googly eyes. Googlies. I like that. Googlies.
It sounds like you're saying Goonies.
I love Goonies. I have that on Apple TV.
Now, as far as like location goes, we have the United States at 82%, guys. Thank you.
Yo.
And we can go into the states too. We got California people, 9%, Texas, 8%, Ohio, 7%, Florida, 6%, Pennsylvania, 6%, Illinois, 4%, New York, 3%. Ooh, my ears are ringing really bad when I said New York. It's deafening.
Really?
Wow. Yeah, that's where we have to keep an eye on New York, guys. All right, so Washington, 4%, Michigan, 3%, Georgia, 3%, North Carolina, 3%, Virginia, 3%, Massachusetts, 3%, Minnesota, 3%, Arizona, 3%, New Jersey, 2%, Colorado, 2%, Tennessee, 2%, Wisconsin, 2%, Indiana, 2%, Kentucky, 2%, Missouri, 2%, Oklahoma, 1%, Oregon, 1%, South Carolina, 1%, Maryland.
Have you heard our states yet?
Mississippi, yes. Not West Virginia yet. I'm getting there. Mississippi, 1%, Kansas, 1%, Utah, 1%, Arkansas, 1%, West Virginia, less than 1%.
West Virginians.
District of Columbia, less than 1%.
My parents were born there, and 2 sisters.
Mine too.
Oh yeah.
Nuh-uh.
Sorry.
You
No,
only have
what?
one sister. Where were you
Two.
born?
I was born in Maryland, PG County.
Who's the other sister?
The one in between me and
Not
you.
Put.
Yeah.
Was she?
Yeah. You see, baby.
Huh.
I know more
Have
than
no
you
idea.
do. I wasn't there. But when I held her, she farted on me. I remember that.
Nevada, less than 1%. New Hampshire, less than 1%. Connecticut, less than 1%. New Mexico, less than 1%. Montana, less than 1%. Nebraska, less than 1%. Alaska, less than 1%. Ohio,
You
Idaho,
already
my
said
bad.
that.
I know, Idaho, I meant. Dyslexia, it got me. Okay, it got me. 1%. Iowa, less than 1%. Louisiana, less than
Iowa.
1%.
What did you say? Iowa?
Iowa.
Iowa.
Iowa. Okay. Are you making fun of me? It's Iowa. Iowa. Whatever. Iowa. And you can
Iowa.
kiss my A too. We got Alabama less than 1%, Maine
Oh,
less
Lord.
than 1%, Rhode Island less than 1%, Delaware less than 1%, North Dakota less than 1%, Vermont less than 1%, Wyoming less than 1%, Hawaii less than 1%, South Dakota less than 1%. So let's go by gender. Who do you think has our largest audience?
Non-binary.
No.
I don't know.
No, but they are on the map. So hey, my non-berry peeps.
Hey.
Woo woo. You're at 2% of you guys. Female. Female. 64% female. And then male. Oh, wait. Girl power. Woo! I don't know the words. All right. So we're going to our male. Male. Guess how much?
26.
34.
Okay, not
Isn't that
too
cool?
far.
Yeah, not too shabby.
Shabby.
Yeah, shabby. My men's, and then 0% on not specified. So guess what is our number one age group?
I would say 40 to 50.
Nope.
30 to 40.
Nope.
50 to 60.
Nope.
18 to 25.
Nope.
I give up.
There's only one other group after that.
Teens?
We're at 28 through 34. 28 through 34.
I had those numbers in my
No, you
guesses.
didn't. No.
Yeah, I did.
And that's at 42% of those listeners are between the ages of 28 and 34. Y'all are in your prime. Y'all are kicking in. Y'all got your shit together. Y'all are making moves. Y'all are doing
Yeah,
good
babies.
things. Y'all are finding yourselves. I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
All
Venturing
right.
out. Nothing wrong with keeping your mind open.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then
Yep.
number 2 is at 28%, and that's the age group of 45 through 59. Hello,
Hey.
my goldies. Our goldies.
Hey.
We got some goldies.
Sarah. Hey, I send those golden girls, whatever you call them, little things.
You're a goldie.
Hey.
Or a silver fox. Ooh, I like that too. For my
Fly
guys.
fox.
And let's see, number 3 is ages 35 to 44 at 14%, which is my age bracket.
How do they come up with these
currently.
numbers? I would do like 20 to 30, 30 to 40.
That's what our listeners are. Yeah. So
Okay.
18,
That's cool.
19, 20, 21, 22. So that was 4 years. So it looks like they add a little bit more in the age groups as you get older. But yeah, and let's see, 8% is our college graduates at 23 to 27. Y'all are dipping your fingers out in the real world now that y'all are grown, doing your thing.
Yeah, and it sucks, don't it?
And we
Want
also
more bills.
have a tie for last place, and that is our newbies and our seniors, I would say. So 4% each at the age group of 18 to 22, and then 4% for ages 60 and older. Love it.
They're just
Love
bored.
it. No, they're not. We're very informative and entertaining, I must say. I do that. See, I mean, you
That's so
laugh.
funny. You gotta laugh.
But yeah, we have a lot of iPhone listeners at 63%, and we have some
iOS.
Android. Yeah, and then we have the Android at 31.6%, and then on the computer, Windows is
There we go.
4%.
Oh wow. People
That
actually listen
is
on the computer.
awesome.
That's crazy.
Awesome. You guys,
Awesome possum.
we've had over 23,547 plays. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Isn't that crazy? Like how much time and effort we have put into this. And then you can just make one video, like a 10-second video on TikTok, and you have 1 million plays and stuff in just 10 seconds. Isn't that weird? How it works like that? Because
That's what I'm doing
the
TikTok, 'cause
the attention span has shrunk, which is why it's a lot of people who are just really looking and wanting to learn more and, have a more in-depth conversation about certain topics, like how we break everything down the way we do. And that's on the
Yeah.
witchy side. There's not a lot of people who do that. Plus, I have the TikToks and stuff that helps too. I haven't been posting that much on Insta. I'm so sorry. It's just not I don't like Instagram that much.
Why?
I don't know. I don't like how,
Instagram.
I want to see other people's views on videos and stuff, and I can't see that. Like on TikTok, I can see how many a video, even on Facebook, you can see how many times it's been played. Only the user can see how many times their video is played, not just me wanting to go look at like Nancy's, and I can't see Nancy's.
I don't like that. People that have live views, because it goes to people's heads. I don't know, like a lot of these influencers. And then people have followers. And then some of these followers are like really crazy and unstable. Scary.
Well,
Scary world.
That's everywhere. That's even in real life, just a regular person. You look at them sideways and they will shoot you and they will literally follow you.
What are you doing?
And you don't even have to say anything.
Oh, Lord.
My spell is over. Oh my God, we've been recording for way too long.
Yeah, my cat's calling me to bed, I think. Seriously. Oh, there she goes again. You would think she's a dog. She's a 14-year-old cat.
So this week we're coming out with mini episodes. So we're making it up to you guys. I feel bad for doing that. And we're going to get back on track, okay? We got to.
Sarah.
We got to. Self-discipline, just like I need to do for my diet. I'm trying to go on a diet.
Oh. She ran again.
I was doing good for a week. And then I ate a bunch of carbs one day.
It happens.
Fuck it. There's always tomorrow.
Don't say that part. That's right. But you got to do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
But I'm really excited. We've been doing pretty good with being pretty consistent for the past few months of getting back on track into doing what we really love doing, and that is hanging out with each other and hanging out with you. So until next time, everybody, do you have anything else you want to add, Sissy?
Thank you.
thank you. Like,
What?
you were going to say something.
I can't remember. I forgot. That's what happens when you get older.
I just caught you off guard, I guess.
You did. I'm trying to remember what I'm supposed to say at the end.
All right, everybody. This is your girl, Pearl, signing out this mug.
And Stacy saying, check you later.
Let's be.